This is Tim Pamplin up in St. Clair County. Drone 4 over the St. Clair River as ice dams have prompted the National Weather Service to issue a flood advisory. On the water, the freighters are getting stuck. We'll bring you to the scene coming up.
Now at 5 o'clock, property values rise for the 5th straight year in Detroit. Some people worried about what their tax bill is going to look like.
Also, it's the largest single investment in General Motors history as the automaker commits more than $6 billion for 2 plants in Michigan.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Good to have you with us here at 5. We're going to begin with a big moment for General Motors and for auto workers in our state.
Delta Township will be the site of a new electric vehicle plant, and the Orion Assembly will be retooled to build electric pickup trucks.
Mara McDonald live in Orion Township tonight. Mara, it does come with millions of dollars in tax incentives for GM.
Devin, what's the old line? To whom much is given, much is expected. Well, the state ponied up more than $100 million in tax breaks. That does not include all the breaks that individual municipalities kicked in to get that, in totality, $7 billion GM investment. Let me show you.
I am thrilled to announce that General Motors will invest more than $7 billion across 4 Michigan manufacturing sites, creating 4,000 jobs and significantly increasing our battery cell and electric truck manufacturing capacity.
Here's where all $7 billion of General Motors investment is going. A little more than $3 billion to Delta Township to build a new electric vehicle battery plant and upgrade its 2 existing Lansing plants.
And we intend to bring our employees along with us through this transformation to that all-electric future. And that includes thousands of employees right here in Michigan who will help us make our home state the epicenter of the electric vehicle industry.
$4 billion goes to Orion Assembly to remake the plant into an electric vehicle pickup production facility.
GM is doubling down on their commitment to make it in Michigan, building on our legacy and forging our future as leaders of electrification.
It's a win for Governor Whitmer to make this announcement on the cusp of her State of the State address. It's also a big win after Ford looked elsewhere to spend $11 billion, catching Lansing off guard. After that went down, there was a push by the governor, the legislature, and the MEDC to up their collective game when it comes to luring these big-ticket projects.
Our collaboration over the last few months proves that when we work together, we win.
Back here live, the president taking note of GM's investment this afternoon and taking a bit of a victory lap. In a statement from the White House late this afternoon, President Biden saying, quote, "It's a sign my economic strategy is powering and hold on. I want to get it right. Strategy is powering an historic American manufacturing comeback." We're live in Orion Township tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Local 4.
All right, Mara, really big stuff. Now, amid all that positive news, though, comes a new warning about the ongoing shortage of semiconductor chips needed in auto manufacturing and so many other industries. The Commerce Department says supplies are now at alarmingly low levels, with companies reporting less than 5 days in inventory. Compare that to 40 days of inventory back in 2019. The department warns the shortage could shut down some factories. Now, President Biden has been pushing Congress to pass a bill providing $52 billion to boost domestic production of semiconductors, but that, of course, is a long-term solution, as it would take years for those factories to begin operation.
Well, the cold is doing a number on the St. Clair River with ice jams forming that have trapped some cargo ships. Tim Pamplin and Drone 4 are there to show us the problem and why the ice jams are a concern on land as well.
We're along North River Road in Algonac. As we zoom in here, you'll see a Canadian icebreaker trying to free that freighter up there. The ice jams along the St. Clair River this afternoon are causing all sorts of problems.
The Coast Guard Canadian ship Samuel Risley was able to help break her free, and she's moving on her own upbound currently.
While the freighters are getting help from both American and Canadian Coast Guard cutters, those on the land, they have a problem created by all these ice jams. The water coming ashore, this time last year.
Everybody down by Snoopy's, they were all flooded out real bad. I mean, just, it was sad.
Officials don't predict this is what we're going to be seeing this time around, but they're asking residents to be on guard. Be prepared.
Pay attention to the water levels. Pay attention to any alerts that come from the National Weather Service. All the partners between the Coast Guard, the Army Corps, our Canadian partners, and County Emergency Management will all work together to make a plan to ensure that we, keep the flooding at bay as much as possible.
Well, sandbags. You gotta just try to hope for the best. Pump sandbags, and Mother Nature is gonna do what it does. That's for sure.
So now as we take to the skies with Drone 4, that's one of the Canadian Coast Guard cutters there, cutting its way through the St. Clair River, trying to keep the shipping channel open. We'll stay on the scene here, bring you updates as warranted. But again, the National Weather Service has issued a flood advisory along the St. Clair River. That's the scene up in Algonac this afternoon. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Oh, that drone shot gives you some really good perspective. Tough situation out there. Let's turn to Paul Gross now for a little bit of perspective on this, as well as a look at our weather right now. Paul?
Yeah, hey, Karen, after that really warm December, now we've hit the deep freeze in January, and what's happening, chunks of ice develop in the river, and eventually what can happen is they can kind of get caught and start clogging up, and when that happens, the water then backs up, and it can't go really backing up so much, it has to go laterally, and that's causing the flooding. So as a result, as Tim just mentioned, the National Weather Service has issued a flood advisory for the St. Clair River until 8:15 tomorrow morning. So minor flooding is expected and maybe is actually happening in some spots. But as you just saw, Coast Guard cutters are going to try and break up that ice and get things flowing again. Again, this is all a result of the deep freeze. We have temperatures that have barely made it to 20 degrees today. Many of us have wind chills in the single digits or low teens. And if you're heading to the Pistons game, there'll be a few flakes around, but nothing that'll impact travel. Temperatures falling through the teens, but the wind chills are going to drop below zero. So we'll be back with more about our forecast in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Paul. The Biden administration is pulling back its COVID vaccination and testing rules for large businesses. OSHA confirmed today the regulations will no longer be in effect starting tomorrow for businesses with more than 100 employees. It, of course, follows the Supreme Court's decision to block the rule earlier this month. White House still hopes businesses will voluntarily ensure their workers are vaccinated or that they'll undergo regular testing. Now, while the vaccines have undoubtedly changed the course of the pandemic, treatments for people who have become infected are also being touted by officials as another way for us to reduce the toll COVID-19 keeps exacting. But is the promise of these drugs meeting the reality for infected patients? Dr. Frank McGeorge here to explain why the medicine cabinet isn't as full as it sounds. Doc?
Well, that's the truth, Devin. If you develop COVID and have risk factors for developing severe illness, there are treatments available. Monoclonal antibodies, pills like Paxlovid and Molnupiravir can be given, and now even Remdesivir can be given to patients without having to be hospitalized. But with all these treatments, you might think we had COVID on its heels, but honestly, you would be wrong.
Monoclonal antibodies from Regeneron and the difficult-to-pronounce Bamlanivimab held tremendous promise earlier in the pandemic, even being used to treat then-President Trump when he was infected. Several variants later, with mutations rendering them useless against the dominant Omicron, the FDA has effectively revoked the emergency use authorization for these medications. There is one remaining monoclonal antibody still considered effective against Omicron, Sotrovimab. The problem is, with that being the only remaining effective monoclonal antibody, it is in very high demand with very limited supply. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, for the week of January 24th through the 30th, only 1,368 doses of Sotrovimab were allocated to the state of Michigan, forcing restrictions on its use to only those who are at the greatest risk of worsening. Now, when it comes to Paxlovid, a pill combination that has been shown to significantly reduce the risk of hospitalization and death from COVID, things don't look much better. Michigan's allocation for this week was limited to 2,480 treatment courses, and it is only available through 25 select Meijer pharmacies throughout the state. Molnupiravir, the other pill available to treat COVID, has better availability. However, it was much less effective, only showing a 30% reduction in hospitalizations and deaths.
So here's the bottom line. These treatments do provide a safety net for people who become infected, but it is a small net with some holes in it. And while I encourage anyone who might qualify to contact their doctor immediately, these treatments are a scarce resource, and whenever possible, frankly, it's much better to avoid being infected to begin with.
No doubt about that. But what's the outlook, Frank? Do we expect to see more availability of these treatments coming up here?
Well, sure, we do. Manufacturing capacity is running full tilt. But realistically, though, I'm betting that the current demand related to the Omicron spike is going to hopefully have declined by the time supply catches up. Of course, that is hardly any comfort, though, if you need those drugs right now.
That's exactly right. All right, Frank.
Well, when home values go up, property taxes usually follow. But right now in Detroit's neighborhoods, the tax hit is only a fraction of what it could be. Sean Lay joins us to explain why. And Sean, Mayor Duggan was really excited to deliver that news a short time ago.
Truly delivering it in the big picture, Karen, saying that property values in the city have gone up 5 years in a row. But he also pointed out there is a cap on how much your property taxes then can rise.
We've gone from everybody declining to everybody growing.
Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan digging into the issue of property taxes in Detroit, reporting that home values are up citywide. Take these 3 neighborhoods. Morningside up 25%, Warrendale up 27%, Russell Woods up 36%.
This is the kind of city that we have been trying to build.
But property tax increases weigh heavy on many Detroiters. Jimmy Giles is worried about his next tax bill.
Yeah, it's hard to keep it up, and I'm on a fixed income. I don't get that much, so I'm just barely trying to make it.
Duggan says existing Detroit homeowners, yes, your home's value is up, but state law says the tax increase can only be 3%. And what about if some can't pay that 3% increase?
We have on our website the HOPE exemption. So for our senior citizens and people of lower income, you can actually get an exemption. I think you make below in the range of $30,000 a year. The details are all on the city website. You can get an exemption either partly or entirely for property taxes, and it's designed in particular for our seniors.
Mr. Giles, the homeowner we spoke to today about property taxes, he says he feels like he's been overtaxed for years and he's trying to do something about that. But his new bill is $200 more in property tax to live in the city of Detroit with his house. He says that $200 is a real bite out of his budget. Now, the mayor, big picture again, Karen, says the reason why we're seeing 5 years of these value increases, he says, tearing down vacant houses by the thousands and then renovating many more. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.